Howdy-o! Today we are rating NPC's portable pads. RVs are a unique feature of New Leaf and the Welcome Amiibo update, wherein you could take amiibo, such as all these statues behind me, and scan them in to have that person come visit Harvey's campground in their RV. What makes these RVs so interesting is that in no other game do you get to see like a personal space of an NPC. It's always just their store. In the case of Resetti, you can see the Reset Center in a couple of the games, but that's still like where he works. It's not really his house. And technically these aren't houses, they're vacation spaces, but it's still fun to see a canon area that is decorated for an NPC. So to get an NPC to visit in their RV, you would go to Wisp's genie lamp, you would rub it and Wisp would pop out and he'd ask you if you would like to scan an amiibo. You would scan one of the statues, Wisp would turn into them and be like, how can I help today? And then you were like, I want you to visit. And then Wisp would take their place in their shop or whatever, and that person would be able to roll up in their RV and you could see inside and buy some of the items inside. What was really cool about these RVs is that they designed exclusive items for them that you could only get from scanning their amiibo in and buying it from their RV. And these items reflected that person, so you'll be able to see that when we tour each RV. Some of them are classic items we've seen throughout all the games in their shops, but others are just like, yeah, this seems like something they would have, so we're throwing it in there. And the other NPCs RVs you could visit in-game, you did not have to have their amiibo for. There would just be one RV that is there every single day. However, most of these NPCs did not have like a special personal item, and their items are just... a lot of them are rare items, but some of them are just normal items. So we'll be touring all 31 NPC RVs. I'm very excited for this. And I'm going to be giving them 5-star ratings based on how well I think they represent the character, how cool the like exclusive items to that character are, and along with if I just like how they look in general and the layout is nice and things like that. And keep in mind, the statue RVs are going to be a lot better than the random Poland RVs. They definitely put a lot more work into these because they could make money off of these RVs, whereas the other ones were freebies. Okay, let's take a look-see at these very interesting RVs. First up, Blathers. Oh, his RV's pretty cute. I love the bow tie and the argyle. I don't love the music, but I do love the clock, especially since once you upgrade the museum, you no longer have that clock there. And it's been in the museum since GameCube, so that's fun that you can have it for yourself. And all the books and things. Everything, it matches Blathers perfectly. I don't love the arrangement of everything. It's not super impressive. I'm gonna give it 5 stars, but definitely not a high 5. This is a low 5. Blanca, I really don't know what's happening with her RV. Is it like laughing symbols maybe? And inside the RV, I'm just not impressed. I don't know why she comes with a face drawn on. Like, her point is that she's faceless. When she shows up on April Fool's, she doesn't have a face. Like, there's so much I don't like about this. The one good thing I would say is all the cabana furniture. This stuff you need to buy from the island for 40 medals each, so it's nice giving this kind of freebie type thing. But for me, that's like the only redeeming quality. I think they should have done Katie instead of Blanca and had most of the Katie items, because she is hard to get once people stop playing and you stop going to other people's towns. So 1 star. Up next is Booker, Sweet Booker. The outside is pretty plain, just cop logo. Oh, and I love the inside of this one. I think it's just so hilarious to go camping in an RV and then inside your RV is like what a typical campsite would look like. This is just right off the bat 5 stars for me. The items here aren't exclusive to Welcome Amiibo, but most of these were earned from playing games with whoever was visiting in the tent or igloo. So these were pretty hard to get. I feel like it's a little cheap just handing them out when before the update you had to like work really hard to get these. But at the same time, it's been 4 years. So if you haven't gotten them yet, you probably aren't going to, and so it's kind of nice to have an easy way to get them. Up next is the adorable Celeste. Oh, and her RV is a mirror of her brother's. Same design, different colors, very cute. Oh man, I was expecting more for her. This is a little bit of a bummer. I do love her exclusive items here. Here you have the flooring, which is the same as the observatory flooring in Wild World and City Folk, and the whole gadget shelf in the back there, that was also in the observatory. So that's nice, but like the star projector is really lame. The cancer table's nice. It was like limited time DLC, so it's good to be able to get it later on, but I wish they were more of the astrology set items. She just deserves more in general. I do like her little shawl, that's cute, but I would prefer her pink bow over that star bow. This is like 2 stars for me. I want more for my sweet Celeste. Next up is Chip. This is my favorite RV out of any. It's just so adorable with the little fish in the waves. But inside is pretty disappointing. I guess it's fun to see him in a red fishing vest, but like it's all just fish dishes. These were new to Welcome Amiibo, which is why they're all here. I feel like they could have done some fishing equipment or something a little more inventive. Chip gets 2 stars. Here is Copper's amiibo, same outside as Booker, and I cannot have him in my town because I have him working at the police station. And here is his RV. It's pretty plain basic, but like he's so straight-laced it makes sense. I'm gonna give it 2 stars. It matches with his personality, but it's just so boring. Now we have Cyrus. Oh, and his RV is adorable. I love it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this is good. This is the high 5. The highest of the 5s. I love the little like breakfast corner right there. Those seats are so sleek. And I love his personal items. You have his workbench, and then you have all his little tool corner there. I love, love, love it. There's honestly nothing I would critique, except maybe there's a little cart right there that has nothing on it. Maybe just, you know, shove something on there. Shove something on there. Digby! Ooh, his RV is really plain looking. Nothing fun there. And inside, it's also really plain looking. Like, this does not reflect his personality, like, at all. I guess there's some blueprints on the wall. This one's really lame. Really lame. And this is a good opportunity. We don't know much about Digby, so it would be a great way to show his personality more, but it's just, like, basic room. It doesn't look bad, it's just... it just is. So, 3 stars. Up next is Franklin. It's a pretty cute outside to his trailer. And inside... it's very simple design, but I mean, he's the chef, so there's food. The stew pot is one of those igloo items, once again, that's kind of hard to get, so that's kind of fun that they make it available here. I don't like the Turkey Day furniture, but obviously they're going to use his furniture for his RV, so it makes sense given that context. I'm going to give this one 4 stars. There's nothing about the design that's like, ooh, that's interesting or fun. It's just like, makes sense, checks out. Alright, we got Gulliver's trailer. I love the little seagulls on it. Oh, we're doing a beach thing here. I feel like a ship would have made more sense since he's a sailor. I guess technically he spends a lot more time on beaches though than on ships. So maybe this choice is base. Most of these items come from the island and they would each be like 30 or 40 medals to buy. So this is once again a nice, easy, cheap way to get those island items. Which normally I'd be mad about it, but since this came out 4 years after the game, like, you had time to get those, and if you didn't get them, then here's the easy way to have them. This one, 3 stars. And now we have Isabelle! So sweet. Ooh, I love the outside of her trailer. That is a cute pattern. If you scan in her winter outfit one, then it follows her winter outfit instead of her spring outfit, which is cute. Oh, inside is really plain. I do love the chair and the lamp, but... I don't know, this doesn't really scream Isabelle, but I guess Isabelle is super basic. Her personal items here are the PA system, which makes sense. She makes announcements or whatever. But the moped? Has there ever been a time where it's mentioned that, like, Isabelle is scootering around? Seems like a weird choice. It's cute, but a weird choice. I'm gonna give this one 3 stars. It looks good. I just don't think the exclusive items are, like, super good for her or anything super exciting. Now we have Jack. Ooh, that is disappointing. I was really hoping for something like spooky and really Halloween-y, And these are just all the different heads you get from being pranked by your neighbors. I feel like these should be earned and not handed to you like this. It's just super boring. Like, they threw candy in there because like whole meat and candy, but the whole design is just boring. 1 star. Ooh, Jingle. Let's see if they do any better on this holiday. And nope, they did not. There's just like nothing going on here. It's weird. They could have at the very least had a tree. Why wouldn't they have a tree? Or like the big tree and the small tree? The gift piles were new to the Welcome Amiibo update, and that's why they're here, but they could have definitely done something more Christmassy. Like a freaking tree. So I'm giving this one 1 star. Jones RV. Oh, very traditional. This is kind of a fun look into her life. See just how like traditional she is, but nothing here is super special, but it is nicely arranged. I love the little cup of tea next to the hearth. So I'm giving this one 4 stars. Kapp'n. This is an RV I'm really excited to see. Oh, already I don't like that flower motif, but I just don't like it in real life. I think it's kind of cheesy. This is disappointing. I was expecting more for him. His exclusive items are pretty cool. Those baskets from the island. Those are fun. And I love the bus and him on his boat. I wish the boat was a bobblehead though. With how giant his head is, you're like, that has to be a bobblehead. But it's not. I feel like it reflects him well. It's just really boring. Oh my gosh, he's wearing his outfit from GameCube. I love that. Let's go ahead and do 3 stars for that. Kicks! I like his RV, but the big tall boot, I don't know, that one throws me off. Ooh, the music choice, that's great. I love the shoe shining kit. Everything looks good together. And he has a lot of good exclusive items here. The shoe boxes, that succulent plant. There's a couple other RVs with it, but it's a good item. And his cute mat. Oh my gosh, and look at him. He's in denim overalls. It's so cute. It's kind of fun seeing them in different outfits. Yeah, this one's pretty solid. I'm gonna give it 5 stars. It reflects kicks really well, and it looks good too. KK! Ooh, his RV is so sleek. Love that. Hey, he's wearing clothes. He's like, to perform I must be naked, but here. I will wear hat and shirt. There's just not enough items in here. I do love the records along the back, and I love the turntable and the guitar case, but like, they're like, oh, here's a bench, and I guess a table with a 3DS. Oh, and any of the new 3DSs you see in their RVs, you could buy those plates in real life and put them on your DS. In fact, I have the KK plates that you see right there, IRL. So for KK's RV, really reflects him. Love the exclusive items. I just wish there was a little bit more happening, so 4 stars. Some cats say their inspiration for writing a new tune just comes out of nowhere like a bolt of lightning. It's different for me though. It's more like finding a beautiful sock that I thought was lost forever. Oh my gosh! Him and Isabelle. They're meant to be. She always talks about finding that lost sock. Oh, I'm shipping it so hard. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. The lost sock couple. And Lottie. Oh, her trailer's so cute. Love the bows. She's not wearing makeup. I love it. That is one, in Happy Home Paradise, they took out that little gimmick. It makes me a little bit bummed. Every now and then in Happy Home Designer, when you walked in, she didn't bother wearing makeup that day, and it was great. And as for her trailer, I love the little makeup case out, and she has the blueprints in the back to represent her house designingness. But I don't know, there's nothing about this that really is like super exciting. I'd give it a 3 stars. It looks good, reflects her decently, it's just nothing to be like wowed by. Sure is nice to get away from all the hustle and bustle every once in a while. I just wish that didn't involve getting away from Digby too. What? He did not say a word about her. What a scandal. Honey, you gotta let him go. He doesn't care as much as you do. Poor Lottie. Mabel. This is an RV I'm really excited to see. Ooh, kind of plain on the outside, but it reflects Mabel. I guess she's kind of plain. And inside, oh, I like it. I love the quilt that hangs in their shop. That's a nice touch. That's something I would buy for my house. And I love the yarn and the sewing project. Interesting that the series they chose to go with them is the ranch series. I'm gonna give this one 5 stars. It looks really good and I think it reflects her well. but a lot of that 5 stars is just hinging on the fact that I love being able to obtain that quilt. You know, the one that's been hanging in every one of their shops in every game. Ooh, now we got Nat. The outside's okay. This one's kind of boring. I do love the little nesty up there with eggs, that's cool, but all these items down here are just like, eh. Technically, they're all limited time DLC, and that's why they have them here, so people who weren't able to get them during the DLC can get them now, but feels a little like a cop-out. Wish there was more bug stuff and not just leaf stuff. For Nat, I'm giving him, I guess, 2 stars. It's not that, I don't hate it, you know, but it's definitely not that creative. Pascal! Love the exterior with the seashells, very cute. The inside is not what I would expect. I thought to see a little more ocean-y stuff going on, but technically, because he's all philosophical, they have all these books for him, which makes sense. And it is fun to see him without his beanie on his little tuft of hair. He's so cute. Pascal is getting 2 stars. I just wish there was more. Pave. I love the outside of this trailer. That is perfect. And inside is... what is he wearing? Ugh, it makes me realize how weird shaped his body is. Sorry to body shame you, sir, but... As I have said many times, the Pave series is beautiful, but it has to be mixed in with other things. All Pave is no good. Too much. It's too much. Especially when you have the wall and flooring going on. Too much Pave on Pave on Pave. And the arrangement of it all is a little strange too. Like, why is the lamp way out there? It all feels weird. Like they were just like, oh, Pave's trailer. Let's just put a bunch of Pave furniture. Don't even care which way it's going and things, and let's move on with life. So I'm giving this one 2 stars. Reese, and once again, adorable exterior of the pink version of Cyrus's. Aww, and her inside is also mirroring Cyrus's. She has this little breakfast nook, and instead of the 2 chairs that he has, she has like the sofa version of those. But like the vanity in the kitchen, they're like, we don't know what Reese's personality is, but she's a married woman, therefore cooking and doing her makeup. Like, I don't know, I'm a little bit tired of her relationship with Cyrus, like divining her entire personality. It felt that way less so in New Leaf, because she was like front and center in the shop and she's who you sold to all the times and things, so it felt like she was the one managing the business more. But now on New Horizons, when she just sits there and claps while Cyrus customizes things, it's like, this is getting weird. Is she even a person anymore? Anyway, and this RV is kind of doing the same thing. It's like, geez, we could have a greater reflection of her personality. Her only personal items in here are the retail clock, which is cute. She also has this really adorable display shelf, and I love it, but like, that's all we get for her. Anyway, cute room, and I do like her personal items, but I'm gonna give it 4 stars. Up next is Resetti. I'm excited to see his pad. Oh, the RV's cute, him poking out of the manhole. Oh my gosh, Resetti, get your life together! His camper's a mess. That is absolutely rich coming from someone who every time you reset, he screams at you and tells you to get your life together. The thunder outside is making this feel especially run down. But I do love seeing him without his hard hat and in his like relaxation clothes with the belly warmer. That's cute. I don't know how to rate this one because it is incredibly ugly, but it does apparently reflect Resetti. So, and I do love the exclusive personal item of the box with his hard hat and pickaxe. I don't know, 3.5 stars. Rover. Okay, RV's kind of cute, reflects his classic pattern, and inside is a train. That's kind of funny to have a train inside of an RV. And that does reflect him. He is the train rider. It looks like his main exclusive item here is the briefcase right there, which is what they had as the Mayday prize in New Horizons. I thought that was a new exclusive item, so that really waters down Mayday, knowing that they just kind of chucked it in his RV here. I would give this a really high rating if the train seats looked like the train seats in any of the Animal Crossing games, but they don't. So I kind of don't like have a nostalgic connection with them. And it feels kind of dumb just having all this luggage in the corner instead of another set of seats. So 3.5 stars. Represents him super well, and it's not ugly or anything, it just falls a little flat. Saharah. Don't love the outside of her trailer. And the inside... It's okay. There's nothing bad going on here. Aquarius urine, that was an exclusive DLC, so that's nice to be able to get. And the looms are cute. I do like imagining her making the carpets herself. I always imagined her as like a middleman, so that's sweet that she actually makes them. The red vest is interesting. They were like, oh, I guess when she's on vacation, she's going to choose the red. I don't know. Nothing really special, but nothing bad. 3 stars. And we got Timmy for Timmy and Tommy. Oh, poor little Tommy out in the rain. What is he wearing? And it's kind of funny because in New Horizons, he's also the one that they have wander around instead of being in the tent. Poor guy. Always getting the short end of the stick. I bet you're wondering what I'm doing out here in the rain, right? Do you think I had a fight with my brother or something? Ha 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 ha. No, it's nothing like that. I just spend most of my days cooped up in the shop, so it's nice to get fresh air once in a while. Wow. He's like making excuses for the fact that he always gets left out in the rain. Just admit that you do not have power in your relationship with your brother. The trailer's cute. It looks like a little raccoon belly on the bottom there. Oh my goodness. What is Timmy wearing? Oh, little nightcap. That is hilarious. As for the personal items here, the shopping cart and the little rug, I'm not a huge fan of them. Kind of boring, but if you have like a shop theme, I'm sure you would really appreciate those items. And the bunk beds are cute. I'm pretty neutral about this one. I'll give it 3 stars. Up next is the great Tom Nook. Be interesting seeing his RV. Outside reflects his little pattern on his vest. Very cute. He has fat stacks right when you walk in. He's like, I'm on vacation. I want to flaunt the wealth. Wow, most of these items seem to be personal items besides the golf clubs. And it's fun to see the golf clubs because he also has a little golf set up in New Horizons once Timmy moves on to running the shop in town. So, confirmed, Tom Nook is a lover of golf. I like all the items, love the raccoon clock that's been in his stores since the beginning, but like all of it together is just like, what is going on? Oh my gosh. It looks like a getting to know you thing that you make at the beginning of a school year where you have to like glue a bunch of pictures that represent you. That's what this RV looks like. So it's like, it's reflecting him, but it isn't well designed. Which I can't super blame them. Like with these items, what more can you do? You have a car that you need to put in an RV. Oh, a car in an RV, that's rich. Like 2 stars on this one. I do like all the items. They represent him, but it's just... Ooh, and next up is Wendell. I love him so much. And his RV is a mess. I guess they're doing the messy artist stereotype. And look at all that food on that table. I'm so happy for him that he finally gets to eat. And kind of interesting, they got Asian, Mexican, and Italian food all there. And dino meat. Whatever that means. He's a well-traveled man. Food from all over the world. And that painting in the back, that is my favorite part of his RV. I think it shows his character perfectly. I just don't like the flooring and the wallpaper. If they had done something a little more homey, this could have looked like a cozy, messy house. But it just looks like the kind of messy where you like worry about the person's health and well-being. So not cute. And I would give it 5 stars if it was a cozy mess, but because it's like a mess, I'm giving it 4 stars. I'm very biased here because I love Wendell and I love that painting. But 4 stars. Probably give it 2 stars if I wasn't biased. And we finally get to Z, Zipper Tea Bunny, cute RV with the eggs, and inside, what is going on here? Like, I guess there are Easter feasts, but this isn't like, oh, all these dishes must have eggs in them. Okay, I guess I'll buy that. But it's really lame. You don't get a good variety of Easter items, although I do think you should earn the Easter items, so I guess that's fine. I don't know. Nothing about this delights me, so 2 stars. And real fast, I want to give a big thank you to the ghost that made all this possible, Wisp, ladies and gentlemen. When you have someone visit in their RV, Wisp takes over their post in their shop. And he's completely useless, you know, he's a ghost. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's just there being cute. So let's take a look at that. Here he is in the museum, taking over Celeste post. Here he is as both Cyrus and Reese. Timmy and Tommy. Tom Nook. Oh, and it looks like Tom Nook doesn't come in, so Lyle's like, I'm not gonna be there either. Maybe Lyle's scared of ghosts. Mabel. Kicks, and Digby, then Isabelle, and finally Kapp'n. This is probably my favorite one. I love seeing him on the boat. So cute seeing him fill all the different places. And when you try to do something, he's like, sorry, I'm inept at everything. You cannot use this feature today. And speaking of Wisp, when you scan in the villager amiibo from Smash Bros, Wisp gets his very own vacation. This RV has really cool items, I'll say that much. But like the arrangement of them is like, what is going on? He's just shoving everything everywhere. But I do love the GameCube drawers, and the villager statue is so cool. That's what you got for paying off your house in GameCube, so it's really cool to see that there. I'm giving it 4 stars, mostly for the items, not at all for the arrangement. But that being said, Wisp is the one who arranged it, and he's just like, yeah, I collected a bunch of items that reflect this dude. Just knowing that Wisp made it is really cute and adorable. Thank you, Wispy, for all your help today, giving those people some time off so we could see their beautiful vacation vehicles. And with that look of Wisp's RV, we are all done looking at the Animal Crossing NPCs RVs. Out of all of them, I'm curious to know which was your favorite. I think Cyrus's looked the best to me, but when it comes to like exclusive items, I think I liked Blathers most. Although I really did like Mabel's quilt. And these definitely were not all the RVs you could scan in. They introduced 50 villagers with the Welcome Amiibo update, and all of those were only accessible through their RV card. And when you scan them in, they would come with their own specially designed RV with a lot of new items. So those are really cool. Maybe one day we'll take a look at those. And even cooler than that is that they made RVs for a couple random amiibos outside of Animal Crossing. So there's like 4 different Zelda themed RVs. I think there's 4 different Splatoon ones. There's some Monster Hunter ones. It's really interesting, and you could have all these like super cool nerdy items from each of those series. Like the Zelda, I'm not interested in the other ones, but I love Zelda, and like those items, oh, they had some really cool ones. Maybe I'll rate those someday. But until then, I hope you have the loveliest of lovely day. Goodbye.